Good morning. How is everybody today? We are so glad you're here to join us. My name is Bev Cummins, and I'm the Vice President of Program Development and the Executive Director of the Lincoln Campus. I am so excited to welcome you to the open house and ribbon cutting ceremony of our Student and Academic Support Center. Now, I recall when we first started envisioning this new area. We knew we needed to expand fire suppression across the campus while at the same time addressing the labyrinth of decentralized and confusing office spaces. We needed to modernize our spaces and create open and inviting locations for students to have both private and confidential conversations, as well as spaces where they could commune with one another. I knew we were designing dynamic and welcoming student and academic support destinations to improve recruiting, expand retention, and engage our students along their academic journey. But I had no idea that the results would be this beautiful and this transformational. There are many people to thank for this opportunity today, and others will be joining us this morning who will also extend their thanks. But I would like to recognize several individuals and companies who have made this moment possible. Dan Dolezal, Aaron Truffles, Dale Bowder, and others from Alley Pointer Machado Architects who led the design process. Scott Mosier, Derek Luigi, and the Boyd Jones construction team serving as our construction managers. Aaron Epps and SCC Director of Facilities and his project management team from Project Control, Justin Short, Del Reibel, and Jessica Goodrich. Sarah Downs from Office Interior Design. The many, many students who provided input from the beginning of design back in 2019 to the Student Senate members through the past couple of years who provided substantial feedback on what they needed to be successful. And so many of our department staff from SCC who gave their input throughout the design process and relocated to the B section for the last couple of years so that we could create these spaces to work for them and for our students. Special thanks to Karina Varica and to Mike Wood and his team who organized all of this work and the multiple moves. Finally, I would like to introduce the person leading SCC's transformational changes, our visionary leader, Dr. Paul Illich. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium. Thank you.
So we've done a lot of these ribbon cuttings, and normally when Vice President Cummins, when Bev does her emceeing, I usually look at her script and say, well, we need to cut that back a little bit. But I didn't do that this time because she played such a vital role, and I certainly want to thank Bev. She was really a wonderful leader in this particular project. So let's thank Bev for all of her work. So on behalf of SCC, I do want to welcome you to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Student and Academic Support Renovation and Addition. The event that we are celebrating today is a direct result of the implementation of our strategic plan to expand our capacity to produce a skilled workforce and to provide affordable access to higher education. You know, when we celebrate these things, it's wonderful, and I appreciate that Bev gives me so much credit, but none of this happens without a particular, very special group of people, and they all know what I'm about to say. This is my Board of Governors, and I do want to introduce them at this time. They have shown incredible courage, vision, and dedication, not just to any one county, but we have an incredibly large service area, 15 different counties, and we've been doing ribbon cuttings all throughout those 15 counties. So the board is fully committed to modernizing SCC to meet the needs of our students, employers, and communities. So I do want to introduce, let's see if I can get all of this right. We have our vice chair of our board, Arlen Ermacher. There's Arlen. Dr. Jim Sherwood, he's the secretary of our board, and we're going to be hearing from him in just a minute. We have Kathy Belstorff, board member here. And we have a new board member, Let's see, Vicki Haskell, right there. Vicki has just started. I think it's been a couple of months. Is that right? 1 month. Oh, we have Brandon Gunther, board member. Did I miss any board members? Oh, we have Dr. Karina McCormick. She's also new to the SEC board, and I did want to tell everyone that Neil Stenberg, our board chair, sent his regrets. He was unable to make it, but obviously he wished he could have been here and very supportive of everything the board is doing. So let's thank the board one more time. So just a couple of things about this space. What we're celebrating today is about 80,000 square foot of renovation and about 20,000 additional square footage. The project has a few important features that I want to highlight. We have a new learning center. If you look just above you, that's an incredible new learning center. That's our library to support our students. We have a new advising center. We have an incredible transition space that's new, as well as a new tutoring space. And we have a new testing center. It's more than double the size we had in the past. We have a space for adult basic education and English as a second language. When you get a chance to tour the space, you're going to see a new student activities and union space. We have a Veterans Connect Center, which we didn't have a dedicated space in the past. We do now. We have an instructional technology and academic support center that includes a one-button video recording and a virtual reality room. So when you get a chance after the ceremony, I would encourage you to really take some time and look at these spaces. They're incredible. So one of the things that I hear from employers more than anything else is they say, Dr. Illich, we greatly appreciate what you're doing with your graduates when it comes to technical skills, when it comes to the knowledge that they're learning at SEC, but we really would like for you to continue to work on something else. And that something else is life skills. When we hire your graduates, we want them to be able to work in teams. We want them to be able to be open to different viewpoints. We want them to be able to accept criticism constructively, respond positively to challenges. And I truly believe that doesn't happen unless we're purposeful as an institution. And this space is an opportunity to be purposeful. We want students to be practicing, working on those life skills in this place. You know, when I first came here, I heard the term, well, SEC is kind of the 88 No campus is kind of a commuter type campus. I don't really believe that any campus is necessarily a commuter campus. I think that's how you get here. But I think we'll have students now living here. But irrespective of how someone gets here, we want them to walk right through those doors and know they're welcome. We want them to have a sense of place. And you can see, I don't have to tell you that we've created a sense of place. We now have students that stay here. Many of our students are looking, they need a place to study and to develop and to create new relationships. So this is how we're going to create life skills for those employers. That is absolutely critical that we do that, and this space is going to help us do that. So I want to thank you for being here this morning, and thank you for your support of SEC as we transform the college to meet the needs of our students, employers, and communities. And now at this time, it is my privilege and honor to introduce Dr. James Sherwood, Secretary of our Board of Governors.
Thank you, Dr. Illich. Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I welcome you to Southeast Community College's ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Student and Academic Support Center on our Lincoln campus. This transformative initiative represents a critical step toward SCC's vision of creating the highest quality learning climates through permanent, innovative, modern, virtually linked, and collaborative spaces. SEC's Board of Governors has specific duties and responsibilities, including, first, representing the interests of the public in the operation of the college, and secondly, seeing the college functions at all times in the best interests of its students, the public, and the college. The SEC Board of Governors is committed to its responsibility to meet the needs of its students, employers, and communities. The space we are celebrating today, clearly reflect the board's commitment to its role and responsibilities associated with SCC's mission of empowering and transforming the diverse learners and communities of Southeast Nebraska. As a former provost, dean, professor associated with multiple universities and community colleges throughout the United States, I can tell you that the recently created Student and Academic Support Center has some of the highest quality learning spaces I have seen throughout my career in higher education. I can also tell you that the academic support spaces are essential to the retention, success, and personal growth of our students. We have dedicated staff in advising, admissions, financial aid, tutoring, student activities, and many other student support areas. Now, we have the spaces necessary to fully deploy their services to support the diverse student populations we serve at SCC. As board members, we are committed to our students and their success by investing in our faculty, staff, infrastructure, and all phases of our operations. After retiring from a long career in higher education, I found myself seeking a seat on the SCC board. On celebratory days like today, I know I made the right decision to continue to be part of the institutional role, the inspirational role higher education plays in the individual lives of our students in community and societal advancement. I want to leave you with what I believe is the most rewarding part of being an SCC board member. It is knowing that the new Student and Academic Support Center will ensure SCC students will have the comprehensive access to life-changing benefits of higher education. And now, I'd like to introduce our Student Senate President, Emma Lindsay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Lindsay, and I am the Student Senate President here on the Lincoln campus. I have been lucky enough to witness the entirety of this construction in my 5 semesters here as a student. When I first toured Southeast Community College, I was able to see the building right before construction started. And now, as I prepare to graduate, I have been able to enjoy the new and beautiful space that has been created for our current and future students. This new space carries enormous meaning to us. As a student, we need places to learn, to thrive, and to bond with our peers here at Southeast. This space allows for all of these things and more. We now have ample room to study, be that in the new private study rooms or with a tutor in the tutoring center. We have places to collaborate with our peers and faculty alike, whether in the library or in the newly renovated office spaces. We have ample room for our student services, such as our counseling program, CAPS, and the food pantry. And perhaps my favorite addition, we have our new student center, which welcomes students to relax, to study, or to engage with their peers in meaningful ways. Some of you here know that this is likely where you will find me on any given day, whether I am leading our student senate meetings, playing a board game to relax after a difficult exam, or working with the many new activities for students that are now possible in this new space. As Bev mentioned earlier, students and Student Senate have been involved since the beginning of this project. Our voice was heard as construction was taking place surrounding what we needed to accomplish our goals here. In the time that I have personally spent at Southeast, we have been given tours of the new space prior to it being unveiled multiple times and included in what will come next in Southeast's current construction of the dorms and the future projects to come. This project is magnificent in so many ways, but perhaps most in that it's a physical embodiment of Southeast's dedication to students as not only learners, but also as well-rounded people that often need extra support. I know that future prospective students will walk into these doors with awe and excitement as they imagine themselves studying here and becoming a Southeast student. I know that this new space will welcome them with open arms as they are led to their futures by our wildly incredible staff and professors alike. I know that they will have the space and resources available to them to thrive in their education. Finally, I know that this new space is where those new voices will be enthusiastically heard by anybody here on Southeast campus. I leave you with this. Southeast was the right choice for me as a student because of the care, attention, and dedication present within these walls. And though the walls have changed since I walked the halls for the first time, with the finalization of this project, Southeast Community College has a glorious new space to support and champion its students. But unlike the space, the ladder is nothing new. Thank you.
Well, thank you. As you can tell, everybody is so excited about our new space. We'd like to do the ribbon cutting now. So if some of our partners with like Boyd Jones and Allie Pointer could kind of come up and hold the ribbon. And then if the board members, Dr. Illich, if Emma could come up and we'll do the ribbon cutting.
All right, everybody look right here. There we go. Good, and we're going to go ahead and count the ribbon when I count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so now we invite you to spend some time looking through our spaces. So Karina has several of these maps that you could either go on a self-guided tour or you can join us in some different, Dr. Illich and myself and Karina will take you on a tour. We also have refreshments in the coffee shop, so spend some time in the coffee shop as well. So again, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just stick.